What's going on, guys? Kamon here. So, I am feeling way better, bro. I was sick, I was sad, but we're still sad. Don't get twisted. But I'm not as sick anymore. I'm feeling a lot better. I got over my cold, so I can start uploading videos for you guys. I just want to say thank you guys for actually reaching out to me on Instagram and Discord, etc., etc. It means a lot, man. Some of y'all were like very worried. I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm just not feeling too well. But as thank you, I'm going to show you guys my Spyral deck. I played this deck when it came out, when we just got Super Agent and Drone and Quick Fix, and like that was it. You know what I mean? This deck has a lot of, man, I love this deck. So I'm going to show you guys the main deck and the extra deck. No side deck. If this video gets 50 likes, I will show you guys duels with this deck. I'll take it to like locals with me, and I'll record and I'll post matches. So again, 50 likes and I gotcha. Help me help you. Also, check it out, guys. We got it. So we can start getting paid on YouTube, bro. So just thank y'all. We got the Google AdSense email thing. Woo! Feels nice. So I just wanted to show y'all, not to flex or anything. I don't do all that, but just say, hey, thanks. But anyways, all right, let's get into it. So, this is not the final build. This is just a build I came up with here. I am still missing some cards, but I wanted to get a profile out for you guys because maybe y'all can help me with certain cards in here. You know what I mean? Like play this over that, that over that, right? But this is just like a Kamon thing going on. Like, oh yeah, I have this in my head that I do like. So anyways, let's get to it. The main deck, obviously the three main guy himself, Super Agent. This is your main monster. Your deck revolves around him. You want to play him at 3. So I'm going to read off these cards. So for those who do not know what Spyrals do, you'll learn it here. You know what I mean? So while he's in your hand, you can activate this effect, right? So he activates in hand. You can declare the top card of your opponent's deck, so either spell, trap, or monster. If you declare correctly, you can summon him. And if he's summoned from a Spyral card effect, is it Spyral card or monster? Card, yeah. You can target one spell and trap card on your opponent's field and destroy it. Yeah, so he is a built-in MST for you, so like, in theory, like this card versus like Runics, it does okay. You know what I mean? And that's just in theory. I haven't fought Runics yet, so don't quote me. Some of y'all like to just quote. But yeah, you want to run him at 3 because he's really good. He's your heart and soul of the deck, and yeah, this is actually my original copy. I've had this for years, like when it first came out. So, and if you didn't know, this deck is based off of James Bond. So next, the machines, we have the new Quick Fix and the new Spiral Gear Drone. I remember when this card first came super, I was just like, this is amazing, and now look at it, it's like $2 each. But yeah, so Quick Fix just came off of the ban list. So like before, it was they hit these 2 to 1. But then they brought back Drone to 3, but this is at 1. Now, this is back at 3. We're only missing Master Plan. We get that card, this deck gonna be insane. But so I'm gonna go over Drone first, because Drone's actually, my opinion, not more important, but like, Drone actually helps you with OTKs. So, his effect on summon, you can look, not your opponent, you look at the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck and rearrange them. So when you summon this card, you look. Your opponent doesn't look, so keep that in mind. His other effect is you contribute this card, and then your super, is it the target? I think it targets. Tribute this card to target one Spyral monster. Oh no, monster you control gets power attack for each card your opponent controls. And then you can banish this card and one Spyral card from your graveyard to target one Spyral Super Agent, your graveyard added to your hand. So this can recycle back your Super Agent, which is pretty good in my opinion, bro. Pretty good. So like you can put back your double helix, which is counts as a Super Agent, I believe, on the field and the graveyard too, I believe. But yeah, so 3 drone, and the 3 quick fix, bro. Yes, sir. Our boy is back. So on summon, so a normal special summon, he can search for a Spyral Gear card from your deck and add to your hand. So believe it or not, drone is a Spyral Gear card. So you can search out drone if you need to. And that effect is not once per turn. So you summon it multiple times, you can search multiple times, right? Other effect, if there is a Spyral Super Agent on your field, you can discard 1 card from your hand to the graveyard and just summon this from your graveyard to the field, but banish it when it leaves the field, right? So like, literally like having this on field and or double helix, this just summoning this multiple times is super good because you search out all of your Spyral Gear cards that are in your deck, add it to your hand, and you just go off from there. Also, like, the Spyral Gear cards are pretty good in my opinion. So you want to max out on these guys. So 6 in total. For the 1-ubs, I am only playing 1 Spyral Tough. Cool card. The 1 Spyral Last Resort and the 1 Spyral Sleeper for the rounding off with the Spyral monsters. Sleeper is the best card in your deck. Resort, you can play as a 2 if you want to. I like him at 1 so far. Like I said, I'm going to keep testing. And Tough. So, Tough has the same effect as Super Agent, kind of. So, on field and graveyard, he counts as Super Agent. So, that's pretty good. And you can look at your top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. If you call it right, leave you pop the monster. Oh, no. 1 card your opponent can... let's see. Take 1 card your opponent controls. So you can just target a card on your opponent's field and then pop it if you call the proper card that's on top of the deck. So he's pretty good at, I think he's good at 1. You want to play him at 2, you can. It's just, he can't summon himself. You have to just normal summon. The cool thing about the agents, all 4 of them are 1900 attack. So like, pretty beefy in my opinion, you know what I mean? Been crazy if they were 2K. Spyral Gear. Or sorry, Spyral Gear, this is a gear card. Last Resort. You can, on the field or graveyard, sorry, on the field or your hand, you can equip this card to a Spyral monster you control. And the monster cannot die by a battle or by card effect. Let me read it just in case. It says, you can target 1 Spyral monster you control, equip this card in your hand or field to target while the monster is equipped. But this effect, the equipped monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. So, like, you equip this onto a Sleeper, and you're good to go, bro. Sleeper, what he does, so Sleeper's kind of risky, or risque, as you could say. But he's pretty cool. So you can target 1 Spyral card you control, and up to 2 cards your opponent controls, and pop all of them, right? So you equip Sleeper with your Last Resort. Effect, target himself. Target to pop. Spyral Sleeper won't die. To summon him, you have to banish 3 Spyral cards in your graveyard to summon him to their field. And the most important thing about him, if he dies by a battle or card effect and hits your graveyard, you have to send all other cards you control to your graveyard. And then you can summon 1 Spyral Super Agent from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So if he dies, that effect is mandatory, unfortunately. But it's like, half the time it's very hard to get past him. Plus with a new card coming out, bro. Telling you, y'all are not ready. I was sick, but I was still cooking. I got some Sword Soul stuff coming. Y'all gonna be like, what the heck? That's it for the Spirals. That is the full Spyral lineup. I'm not playing Spy Gal. If her name was Spyral Gal, if her name was Spyral Gal over just Spy Gal, I'd play her. But because of that, it's so stupid. So she lets you just draw a card. You know what I mean? For the hand traps, playing a lot. 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Droll and Lockbird, 2 DD Crow, and 2 Imperm. I wanted to kind of like 2, 4, 6. I wanted to play 8 hand traps. Because normally I could play 3, 3, 3, and 3, but it's like For one, DD Crow is searchable. You know what I mean? But it's still a pretty good card because like it stops like a lot of like cards going forward. Like it stops Math Mech completely. Brandon kind of gets hurt because if they try to block you, not Brandon, but if they try to what's the word I'm looking for? If they try to give me puppet you could just DD Crow it away. I think so, right? Yeah. It stops the whole Ib block because they link away, not them, but then they summon Ib, whatever, link it away, affect the Ib, then you just go DD Crow. No, get that out of here. So it's a pretty good card. Double Imperm. I'm maining Droll because we do main deck cross out because Droll is the biggest killer in this deck in my opinion. Droll and Ash. Imperm doesn't hurt too much because our stuff cannot be targeted. So, oh my god. So that's it for the hand traps. That's 8 total. Like I said, this is not the final build. Once I get more comfortable with the deck, I haven't played it in years, then I can start turning more with like Foolish Burial Goods, etc., etc. But right now, this is just me going forward. Like I would take this to locals tomorrow if I wanted to. You know what I mean? For spell cards, so I am main decking 3 Pot of Prosperity. I think this card is good in here. Like you don't draw at all. You know what I mean? So it's like, why not just play Pot of Prosperity, bro? You search, you don't draw. Like, that's my mindset behind Pot of Prosperity. I think, I don't know. I don't think having Pot of Prosperity is like a bad thing in here, but I don't know. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. But me, I'm trying it out because like fitting through your deck to see certain combo pieces, my opinion is pretty good. And like your extra deck is pretty flexible enough to where you won't always summon every little thing in here. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, this is not the final build. So, yeah, 3 Pot of Prosperity. The 1, the 2, and the 3. The 3 machine duplications, bro. Holy. So, your main stuff in here, which is your Quick Fix and your drone, they're both machines. You mainly want to hit Quick Fix with this, obviously. So Quick Fix effect, search, machine dupe, summon 2 more, search. Like, it's ridiculous. And then you can overlay. You can, man, I want to have some tuners in here too, bro. I'm trying to synchro summon. You feel me? But yeah, just three machine dupe. You want to see certain cards in here. Like, you could run talents and you could run thrusts and stuff also if you'd really like. But I think this is fine too, honestly. Just 3 machine dupe. Actually, no, that's mandatory. What am I saying? The best field spell ever. 3 Spyral Resort. I can't believe this was. Oh, and the 1 terraforming, obviously. I thought this card was at 1 still. Like, I looked at it, I was like, this card's at 3? What the heck? It's crazy. So, if you guys do not know what this card does, it has. This card's busted. It's so broken. So, its main effect, right? Your Spyral monsters cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. So, if I activate this and I normal summon Drone, you cannot imperm me. You know, if I normal summon Quick Fix to search, you can't imperm that. Like, none of my Spyral monsters can be targeted by card effects. You know what I mean? So this is pretty good. Its other effect, once per turn, you can just add 1 Spyral monster from your deck to hand, right? This is not a hard once per turn. So if I have 3 copies, I can go activate, effect search, put the graveyard, activate, effect search, put the graveyard, activate, effect search. The third and final effect, during the end phase, mandatory, shuffle back 1 monster from your graveyard back to your main deck. Is it main deck or deck in general? Into the deck. Or destroy this card. So if you have no monsters in the graveyard for this to resolve, it gets destroyed. Sorry about that. 9 times out of 10, you'll always have a monster in the graveyard, though. So, like, yeah, you play 4 copies with the terraforming, obviously. Yeah, just play it at 3. Some people, I thought it was at 1 still, but it's at 3. So, yep. Two cross out because, like I said, I don't want to get hit. Like, this deck's biggest killer is a well-timed Ash. Well, no, not Ash, but it's mainly just Droll, dude. Droll, you this deck against Droll is GG. I think this card is mandatory to play in here. In my opinion, I think it's mandatory. So, yeah, just do cross out. If you want to play it at 3, you can. But yeah, so it's 2 cross out and the 1 called by. Like, I don't want to get hit by a hand trap by any means. So like, this helps me out a lot. Plus, this is pretty good too. This is a 3rd DD Crow. You know what I mean? So, I think this deck does pretty good versus Brandon. I think. Maybe. I don't know. Next, now for the 1-ubs. So for the Spyral Gears, we're running the 1 Big Red. And I'm actually running the 1 Fully Armed. I think most people play this card at 2. You can play it at 2 if you want to. I'm trying it out at 1. Seeing how I like it. If I don't like it at 1, I'll play it at 2. But again, this is not the final build. I'm just testing it out. So this is your Monster Reborn. You can target 1 Spyral monster in your graveyard, summon it to your field. If you do, equip it to this card, and the monster cannot die by battle. Let's see, right? Yeah, it cannot die by a battle. And you know what's funny? Even if they like get rid of this card, the Spyral monster stays, bro. This card is busted, so I can see why it's played at 2, actually. I might play it at 2, I don't know. But so far, I like it at 1. I still have my original super rare. I love this card. This card is so cool. James Bond. So, fully armored, this card is really... my opinion, this card's kind of slept on, right? I'm going to read its full effect because it's been a while, but... sorry about that. Equipped only to a Spyral Super Agent. It gains 1,000 attack. If it destroys your opponent's monster by a battle, doesn't even got hit graveyard, by the way. You can banish both the opponent's destroyed monster and 1 other card your opponent controls. That doesn't even target, by the way. So you can summon Super Agent, activate this, make it 29, beat over a Fenrir. Fenrir gets banished, and then you can banish like a Birth if you wanted to, or something, you know, or like a problematic card, or a card that can't be targeted. You can just be like, all right, see you later, bye. Like a Dragoon. Bye, Dragoon. Other effect, when this face-up card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Super Agent in your graveyard and special summon it. So, if they get rid of your Super Agent, right? Boom, this gets popped. You could just summon Super Agent right back to the field, and then remember, he was summoned by a Spyral card effect, so then he's a MST. So yeah, just I think that card's pretty neat. It really helps beat over certain cards and whatnot. Also, you know what I mean. Next, the 1 Spyral Mission Assault. I feel like this card and the trap card, they're not as good unless you play Foolish Burial Goods. My goods didn't get here yet, so that's hence why I'm not playing it. I'll probably take this card out, if I'm being honest, because it's like, its main effect, it's in the graveyard. You can banish it and then special summon a Spyral monster from your hand to the field. So, you have ways to get this card to graveyard, because quick fix, you can pitch it. But you have no way to search this card out besides Master Plan. You know what I mean? So, again, in theory, this card is good, but hindsight, I might end up just taking it out altogether. You know what I mean? So, 1 mission for the 1-ubs, the 1 for 1, and the 1 Rhoda. Don't feel like getting my hollow one. Just does the same thing. Maybe when I go to locals, I'll bling it out, etc., etc. So, in the traps, we are running again same concept with no goods. This card you have to hard draw it, kind of thing. But so until I get goods, I might take these 2 out and add other stuff. But a card I'm not taking out is the Utility Wire, baby. This is a Spyral Gear card. So if you control a Spyral Super Agent, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, and Phoenix Wind Blast it. So you can just boop boop top of deck. You know what I mean? So this is a pretty good interruption card, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So playing it at 1 is just fine because it's activating at 1. So that's it for the main. That is a solid 40 cards. The vision is there. Like I said, I just need to do play tests more with it to see how I like it. Haven't tested this deck out at all yet. This is just me putting it together. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the main deck. I do stand by the cross out. I think this card is very needed in here. But I'm going to wait to get my Foolish Burial Goods to test those out, because I feel like with the trap card itself, like, you can take out the whole spell card, but the trap card is too good because the trap card lets you summon monsters from the graveyard, so you can keep recycling. That's why we need Master Plan, bro. But anyways, let's go to the main deck, or extra deck, sorry. So for the ones, we play Utopic Future and Draco Future. These guys are both level 1, believe it or not. That's their main effects. So going into these guys is pretty easy. It's pretty easy because you do play a lot of level 1s. So you do play Starling, and you do play Princess Sprite, which again, going into these two is pretty good. I feel like this deck, even though we don't have Master Plan, like, we still have like cards that make this deck so much more better than what it is. You feel me? Like, because like back in the day, we used to play like Link Karibo and Nightmare Phoenix and all that stuff, and like Nightmare Griffin. But now we have cards that we don't have to, like, we have super cool cards that like are still fun and still good for this deck. I'm not making it, I'm just rambling. So yeah, just those for the ones. For the 4s, we are playing Exciton Knight. I think this card is super good. You just go summon, blow up, and now I play my turn. And then to round it off is the 1 Zeus. For the links, 1 Link Karibo because you play level 1s in here. IP'd Masquerena, Cerberus, Phoenix, double Helix. This card is the best. So if you call the correct card on the top of your opponent's deck, you can summon I'm just gonna read it. Just gonna read it. This card, so on field and the graveyard too, he becomes Super Agent. You can declare 1 card type, reveal the top card of your opponent's, and if you call it correctly, you can take 1 Spyral monster from your deck or graveyard, either add it to your hand or summon it to your zone this card points to. So he just summons them. So this card is insane. This card was so much better when we had Master Plan, because you would just summon Master Plan, link them away again, Master Plan triggers, you know what I mean? Like, oh man. Wow. So yeah. And Unicorn, Apo, and I'm playing the 1 Underworld Goddess because I think this deck's biggest hurdle is definitely Chaos Angel. Can't get past it, so I think Underworld Goddess is just a good card to out that card. You know what I mean? You just link with it away, just like, all right, now I can play Yu-Gi-Oh finally. So anyways, that's it for the deck profile. Again, this is not the final build, so don't be too harsh in the comments. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for the love and support. Still getting over my sickness. Join my Discord. Hit the join button on YouTube. Let's start making some memories, bro. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. Oh my god. Have an awesome one. Peace.